plan was to talk about Jay-Z and Busby and all the new developments in that. Like Jay-Z is suing the accuser, but I mean, there's so much, it's just still so much information about Angie Stone that is coming out that is like still shocking and overwhelming. And the internet is still just realizing and believing that she was taken out. Like, that this was planned. And there's just so much. So I just want to talk about that today and some of the new developments and everything. People are saying the Hollywood elites took her out. It looks really, really suspicious. It's really, really scary. Angie had talked about the fact that she knew her one of her last videos. Angie says, I know who did this. I know who you are, ciphering the money from her royalties and everything. The fact that she had to continue to work at her age when she should, be retired. I know it's different for celebrities. Their retirement is probably different from ours, but there's so much new information coming out, you guys. So I just want to talk about it. We can always talk about Jay-Z and Busby, but you guys, the crazy thing about it is allegedly there were some spiritualists that did readings on Angie Stone and predicted or said that she had a hex on her, you guys. They said Angie Stone had a hex. So to me, I believe in all of that stuff. I do. I mean, I was raised, of course, I praise God, but I do believe that there are evil people and people can put curses on you and things like that. So we're just kind of going to go over some of the information. One of the latest articles, and then we're just going to get into all of the different videos where they're pointing out really weird things about what happened to Angie. So this is the latest video from Media Takeout. And Media Takeout is saying that, you know, conspiracy theories are continuing to grow and flood social media. I don't consider them conspiracy theories. I consider them real theories because we've seen this happen to people before. These celebrities, when they come out and they call out the record labels, something mysteriously happens to them. I mean, it's not like she died a natural death, right? But anyway, and then she's the only one that didn't survive. And I don't know if you guys know this. She was in two accidents. Apparently, the van flipped over and then it was hit. So it's like all of this stuff is just crazy. But anyway, the latest article today, it says the music world is mourning the loss of R&B legend Angie Stone, who tragically passed away early Sunday morning in a devastating accident in Alabama. She looks good. I believe that's a recent photo of her. It says that's Angie Stone on September 19th. A special screening of. Hey, Michael, welcome to the chat. Hit that like button when you come in, sweetie. Please hit that like button. It says Angie Stone attends a special screening of A Jasmine's Blues at iPic Theaters on September 19th. Okay, so that picture's a little old, but she was looking good. If you guys notice, she had lost a lot of weight and everything. It says the Mercedes Sprinter van carrying Angie and her band flipped over before being struck by a truck. So when we first heard about it, I didn't know that there had been like two incidents. So like we don't really know at this point which impact unalived Angie, but to me that's even crazy, right? It says her band flipped over before being struck by a semi truck, a horrific chain of events that claimed only one life. It was like about nine people in that van, and only Angie didn't make it. And the other thing about it, some people were saying, oh, well, she was a little older. Most of those people in her band were mature people. Like they were like at least over, I'm going to say over 45, maybe 50. So we can't even say that, y'all. You can't say that. It says social media is ablaze with conspiracy theories, questioning whether this was really a tragic accident or something more sinister. Y'all, I do, Michael, I think that's so sweet. I do, but I don't have it set up. If you want to support me in that way, you can send me a super chat. But I mean, at this point, I'm like, I'm okay, But that's so sweet, Michael. Oh, that's so sweet. I think that's so sweet. But I mean, I appreciate that. But maybe in the future, I'll get my cash app. But you could just send me a super chat. But you know what? More importantly, Michael, just hit that like button. And when I come on, if you hear, that's all I need. I'm serious. That's good enough for me. Thank you. That's so sweet. You just made my day. You just made my day. So it says Angie's fight for her royalties, a lawsuit in the making a few months before her passing, the 60. And I know most of us, oh, that's so sweet, Michael. Thank you. Angie, it says a few months before her passing, the music icon had taken to social media in a lengthy video. Now, you guys, I want to show you this. Everybody, we've all seen this video, so I'm not going to replay it again. I mean, you can go to her Instagram page and you can play the video. But this is the part that is really telling, right? Where she says, I discovered something that's been hidden in the dark for too long. My publishing was stolen. And guess what? I know exactly who did it. I think this is the part that really is the shocker here and lets us know that the person, whoever she was calling out, can you imagine? The reason why I think that this is real, like it's not just an accident, because she is calling out somebody and they know who they are. And if you are accused of fraud, stealing millions of dollars, ciphering money, come on now. That's a lawsuit. It's possible criminal charges. So that is a reason why somebody would want to take you out. And it's millions of dollars we're talking about. We're talking about millions. She found out because they did some kind of forensic. She had filed for bankruptcy, and they did a forensic investigation, and they found out they had stolen millions over years. So imagine, she called this person out. She says, guess what? I know exactly who did it, y'all. She knew exactly who did it. And then this happens. Okay, so we're going to go back to this story. It says a few months. So I just kind of want to give you some background and everything. It says a few months before her passing, the 62-year-old music icon had taken to social media in a lengthy video. It's almost like she knew something was happening. You know how when people, they make public videos to protect themselves, like, hey y'all, if something happens to me, this is what was going on behind the scenes. You know, it's like they're letting us know I didn't just die. You know, this is like she was giving us a public find a message, a warning for us to know that if something, that's how I'm interpreting it. She let us know that it was something going on, exposing major financial injustices within the recording industry. She revealed that despite being a successful artist for over 40 years, she was struggling financially and forced to continue touring instead of enjoying a well-earned retirement. These people done put this woman in a financial state to the point where she cannot relax and retire, or, you know, she has to go on the road. There's no reason she should have to keep performing at that pace, because they said that she was, you know, doing a lot of shows up and down the road and everything. I mean, of course, she was doing what she loves to do, but that's not the point. She should have had the ability to retire and relax like people, you know, people stealing her money. And so it says, here's Angie explaining what happened 2 months ago. So that's the video everybody's referring to, where she comes and she tells us, you know, I know who's stealing my money and all of that stuff. It says Universal is accused of royalty vacuuming. Now, you guys, I have never heard that comment. I don't know what royalty vacuuming is. So I just learned about that through, you know, this Angie Stone stuff. Can y'all hit the like button? Please get the likes up. That really helps me with the algorithm, you guys. Thank you, please. It says Angie did not hold back when exposing the alleged corruption. She openly accused Universal Music Group of systematically taking every cent of her royalties, mechanicals, allegedly funneling the money into their own accounts instead of paying her what was rightfully hers. And y'all, even though she was a celebrity, this happens to us on just day-to-day levels with these corporations. They just steal money from we are all at a deficit when it comes to these corporations with your medical care, all of this stuff. So I understand where is saying. She probably did not know, the levels or the details of how the money should be. She out here working hard. Like she said, all she knew how to do was work hard and take care of her families. Isn't that what a lot of us do? We out here just trying to make a dollar to take care of our families, keep food on the table, something over our head. So she wasn't paying attention to how they was stealing the money, and they do it so sneaky you don't know. She was blunt in her statements, calling it theft and making it clear that she was not going to back down quietly. That is something that people are pointing out. The fact that she says, I know who you are and I'm not going to back down. She was getting ready to launch a lawsuit against some people. That's what they're saying, that she was getting ready to sue some folks, and they knew it. So it says illegal here. Okay, here we go. And can y'all hit the like button? Somebody hit the like button for me, please. A legal battle was brewing. Determined to reclaim what was hers, Angie revealed that she had assembled a legal team. See? Now, here's the thing. Just because she's gone now, that don't mean that they can't still go forward with this lawsuit. So I hope whoever the diesel crew is, I hope they got all the people that they think. I'm sure she gave them the actual names to her team. So I hope they still continue this lawsuit. Let's get the likes up, you guys. She has a legal team, one she called the Diesel Crew, to go after Universal and fight for her missing millions. She was prepared to battle for it, and her supporters were rallying behind her. Y'all, see, it's not just a coincidence. She had a legal team. She says, I know who you were. So somebody in UMG, and I'm saying allegedly, they know this person may have been facing a civil suit as well as a criminal suit. So it says coincidence or something more. The internet thinks not. With Angie's passing happening so soon after she publicly vowed to hold Universal accountable, many online theorists believe it's too convenient to be a coincidence. I feel the same way, you guys. Let's hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. It's not a coincidence. It's too many pieces of that she left us, letting us know she knew who had done this to her. She knew who she was going after. She's getting ready to launch a lawsuit. And they had been trying to take her out, months before this. On social media, particularly Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, fans and conspiracy theorists alike are questioning whether Angie was silenced, and I think she was silenced, before she could expose something bigger. Some believe her legal battle may have put her in danger. Of course it put her in danger. We know it put her in danger. It's no way you sit up here, make a video, call out a big music company like this. We know how crazy they are. We know what they do. And all of a sudden you end up in a car accident, unalive. You're the only one? No. That's very suspicious. It has to be investigated. Y'all hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Some believe her legal battles may have put her in danger, while others wonder why she was the only one to lose her life in a van full of 9 people. There's so many questions surrounding that. Like, when they got there, did they try to resuscitate her? Did she make it to the hospital? Like, what did they do to her body? Did they just allow her to pay? You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. You really just don't know. Y'all get the likes up, please. Hit the like button. It says some more extreme theories suggest that the music industry has a dark history of eliminating artists who speak out against financial corruption. We know that. We saw that with Prince and Michael Jackson. Nothing new. Angie's death has only added fuel to the long-standing belief that those who challenge powerful entities and entertainment often meet suspicious death. I don't know if you guys remember, but remember Phyllis Hyman? Remember all of those, some of those celebrities from back in the day when they start questioning or they want to make a change, mysteriously, they end up gone, you guys. They end up gone because the music industry be having, insurances on these people, Let's get the likes up, you guys. Please, let's get the likes up. So it says, adding to the mystery, several psychics on social media claim they predicted Angie's untimely death. Now, y'all, that's the part that I really kind of focus in on, because if you knew Angie Stone, she was a very spiritual person. And in her last videos, she constantly kept telling us she was under spiritual attack. So she knew She was very aware that she was being attacked. Please get the likes up, you guys. Somebody hit the like button for me, please. So she knew something was happening. She's grounded in her spirituality. She was praying. She had just lost another friend, which she was saying, "I'll see you soon." No, she didn't say "I'll see you soon," but she said, when I'll see you when I get there." Just in January, she had said that. So it says, adding to the mystery, several psychics predicted Angie's untimely death. In videos posted weeks before her passing, multiple spiritual readers said they sensed that someone or some entity had placed black magic curse on Angie. Oh my God, you guys. Now that, I mean, I believe it because she talks about it and she believed it. She said, I mean, she was saying that the devil, she spoke about the devil attacking her. She spoke about, all of these spiritual attacks. She had a knowing. I believe these people, they know. She had a knowing. According to these psychics, the curse had already begun affecting her health and could ultimately lead to her demise. Now, with Angie Sutton and tragic passing, some believe these premonitions were more than just wild speculation. So she had premonitions about it, you guys. She predicted it. I said it before. It reminds me of Tupac. Remember when he did that video, his last video, when he said, "I ain't mad at you," and he put himself in heaven and stuff. People get these premonitions. It's real. And so they, in this article, it says, here's one video done a month ago by a prominent social media psychic who explained why he believed that someone had placed a curse on Angie. The video was done before Angie's death, so I'm going to play his video. I'm going to come back to that. I'm just going to get through the rest of this article. Please hit the like button, you guys. Please hit the thumbs up. Angie Stone's death is undeniably heartbreaking, but the timing and circumstances have left many uneasy. The music industry has long been accused of mistreating black artists, withholding their royalties, leaving them financially vulnerable despite their massive contributions to the culture. Angie's case only deepens the conversations. Her passing raises the question whether her fight against Universal will continue or if it will quietly disappear now that she is no longer here to advocate for herself. The music industry has always had a dark and mysterious side. Many believe there's far more to this story than what has been publicly revealed. While the world mourns an R&B legend, the mystery surrounding her death continues to fuel speculation, and if history has taught us anything, the truth always has a way of coming to light. Absolutely. I believe that her legal team, I hope her legal team, I could turn this on because I'm going to play a video. I believe her legal team is going to continue to pursue this. I hope that they do because I believe her family deserves justice. They took her money and she should, her estate is entitled to, I want her to get everything that she is due because they do this to people all the time. So now we're going to go back and listen to this video, you guys, where somebody predicted that she was under spiritual attack, a hex, and they're saying that this may have caused her demise. So you guys, let's get those likes up. Please get the likes up, you guys.
Went back with another video. This video will be on Angie Stone. Angie Stone's an R&B singer in the 90s. She's came out saying like she had a blood infection recently.
I hope you guys can hear it. Now this is a spiritual person doing a reading on her before she died, and they're saying that she has a hex or some kind of curse on her. So y'all have to listen because it's
label all her money, and she's been getting sick recently. Like, what's going on? What's just the energy of her? Please like, comment, subscribe. If you're interested in a reading or a candle service, please book with me. I have my stuff in the bio. Give me a thumbs up, please. Angie Stone, Father God, Angie Stone. Angie. So you do have a hex placed on you, Angie. Angie, you do have a hex placed on.
So he says she has a hex or like some kind of a curse placed on her.
Yeah. They're trying to silence you. So the thing is, you do owe the money you do deserve. But the thing is, she know about the drugging and she know about what goes on with children. She knows, it's like she's seen some drugging go on. She's seen some stuff happen in the industry. And she could do a tell-all book. It's like so much she know, and they know she's about to tell, so they're trying to silence you. Angie, you need to get this hex removed. I do candle services. If any Angie Stone team see this video, Angie Stone, you see it yourself. I do candle services. I remove hexes and blockages and brouhaha on you. The money you are deserved. You are owed this money. So in this lifetime, you were meant to be a singer, etc., 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 etc. She was meant to be, but it seemed like this is a guy in the past you used to do past involvement with. Um, I could see three people trying to plot to kill you. I do see a black male being involved.
Now, did you guys hear what he said? Three people plotting to unalive you. He said somebody from your past that you knew. She says in that last post she posted, I know who you are.
Someone in management that was black, but I also do see a white male. His name starts with a C, and I won't say his name. Entertainment purposes only. Blah blah blah. See, because I see these two people. I see two companies know that they owe you a lot of money. I see some people have sampled some songs from you, and you haven't gotten your just due, haven't got paid from it. So you really need to remove this hex. And just I can remove it for you. Book with me. I do. I'm pretty good at this. If you see me, my readings have been pretty accurate. You are just very anxious right now. You're very overthinking. You analyze like, what the fuck can I do?
Y'all hit the like button. Please hit that like button.
You do be in your head a lot about a lot. It's some people that's also could be watching you. So you need to be careful about a tracking system, X, Y, and Z. You need to be very careful with a tracking system like being on the car, investigating your social medias. They could be putting a tracker in you. You need to be very careful all times with that. I could see you talking like a Jaguar, right? You doing like a videos like her, like, because there's some things you know. It's some women you could talk about in the industry also. Is there some women in the industry that have pitched you too? Women have been.
For those of you that are just joining, this is a spiritual reading that was done on Angie Stone a month before she died. This person is predicting that people are trying to unalive her.
Very jealous of your singing voice. I do see some women have stole some songs from her. She could. It's like a lot she could talk about, but it's also things of sex trafficking and drugging she can't talk about. She knows, and she knows a lot about Clive Davis. She knows a lot about the dark rituals that he do. The movie Eyes Wide Shut is significant to her. She knows. This song by J. Cole. She knows. You know a lot, and it's your time to speak up. But you need a clearance. You need to connect to angels, the Father God, ancestors. See, whoever this businessman is, it's like
Please hit the like button, y'all. Let's get those likes up. Smash the like button.
you can be with business to help you, but it's a lot of people that are around you that are very messy. You do have a lot of gaslighters around you. But see, you can have a court issue. You can get this justice with a court issue. It's like you need to own your mastership. Like you can go to court for this, but you need to remove the case because they will try to kill you spiritually about this. I'm seeing Michael Jackson. It's some money. Like people have.
See, this is crazy because before she passed, he did this and he mentions Michael Jackson. He says there are people trying to unalive you. He said that. He even told Angie Stone to reach out to him for a cleansing. He predicted that people were trying to unalive her. Y'all, let's get those likes up.
Sampled her a lot, and people be like, "Who is she?" But like, no, people have sampled you a lot, Angie. You deal with self-love issues also. You gotta work on that, but you need more peace too. She a very sweet soul, but also you got a lot of good intuition about things, and you need to see it for what it is. Things the BET, things like that is coming out. Like she could talk about. I don't really know what is BET significance by her BET. And I got these cards, so self love is needed for her. Like people probably thought she needed to be on weight loss.
Y'all, let's get the likes up. But you guys hear some the things that he's saying about her is so true because remember she talks about how the industry treated her because of her color, because of her weight. And this guy is so on point. Remember, this reading was done a month before she died. He predicted that they were trying to unalive her.
medicine, people probably, it was like some things of body image that she could talk about. That's like the surface level, but the behind the thing is she saw this girl suck dick for like a regular, excuse my language, but she also could talk about this man trying to rape her and seeing him rape multiple women and men, because I do see that. And she also could talk about how they tried to kill you if you own your music. It's like it's much more she could talk about. But the thing is, the on the money that she's owed to, it's like they're all connected to who. It's like it's some guy that sampled her music recently. It's a guy. I don't know who this guy is, but you owe some money, Angie, in this. But this guy's connected to Clive Davis in some manner.
Oh,
And so
wow.
that's the way they're trying to silence you also. So Clive is involved in this, but I do see two people involved, black men. I do see them trying to put an entity out on you. The thing is that they can put entities out into the surface. So think of the energy being hit to you. You're in a car crash. I know this is crazy. You're in a car crash. And so
Oh my God. No. Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God, y'all. Y'all, I don't care what you say. Hit the like button. This man, this video came out before she died. He said, you're in a car crash. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Did y'all hear what he said? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was listening. I have not heard this. I'm just listening. And hey, Tammy, thank you for joining. Thank you. Okay, we got to rewind. I'm sorry, y'all. That just stunned me.
so
Listen,
think of the energy being hit to you. You're in a car crash.
am I crazy? Tammy, I just saw that you joined. Please hit that like button. Did y'all hear this? Miss Dixon, you just joined it. Y'all all hit that like button. Did y'all hear this? I will share it. I gotta get out of this screen, but I will share it. Y'all gotta hit that like button. This is crazy. This man says you're in a car crash. This was, and trust me, I got this video from a article that came out today on Media Takeout. This video came out before she died. He was predicting that she had a curse on her. Lord, this is crazy to me. I can't believe this.
No, this is crazy.
He says
Energy
it's
being hit
crazy.
to you. You're in a car crash. I know this is crazy.
Oh
You're
my
in
God. I'm
to black
rewind. I
two
gotta go back.
two
That's crazy.
people involved, black men. I do see them trying to put an entity out on you. The thing is that they can put entities out into the surface. So think of the energy being hit to you. You're in a car crash. I know
What?
this is crazy. You're in a
Oh my
car
God.
crash and someone can hit you and don't know what. That's the entity that they can put into you. So you need a black tourmaline crystal on you at all times, is what I see. But you need to get that cleansed. But you need to continue.
Listen, y'all, this is spooky. He said they could put some kind of an entity or spirit on you where you're in a car crash. That's how she allegedly was unalived, you guys. This is huge. I don't care. People have all these theories about what happened, but when you hear somebody make a prediction like this, a person who's a spiritualist, and he said that she had hex on her, he told her to get in touch with him so he could help her remove it. This is crazy. Y'all hit that like button.
To do cleanses. That's why I always suggest to people who get candle service done from me. But you car crash and someone can hit you. So think of the energy being hit to you. You're in a car crash. I know this is crazy. You're in a car crash and someone can hit you and don't know what. That's the entity that they can put into you. So you need a black tourmaline crystal on you at all times, is what I see. But you need to get that cleansed. But you need to continue to do cleanses. That's why I always suggest to people who get candle service done from me. But you also need to do a lot of prayer. So I'm just like, well, keep that Bible open. Connecting yourself, doing a white vow to the Virgin Mary would be very good. See, it's like you've been shut. You've seen some dark shit in parties, or and some female singers that have talked to you about their stories. It's like you can write a book. It's a lot she can do, but you need to. I can see you doing your interviews, but you gotta get your health back together. So it's some natural medicine. You can't even trust the hospital because they can find records, is what I'm hearing, and tracking system of where you at, and they can poison you in that way. So
She said that she felt that she had been under attack. She said spiritual attack, but remember, she said she had got a staph infection. So, I mean, this is just crazy. Y'all hit the like
You have to be
button.
careful what doctor office you go to. So you really need to go find some holistic medicine. Be careful where you go out to eat. If you go out to eat to a certain place, they can find that out and try to kill you that way, Andrew. So you got to be very careful of where you go altogether. And then
It's crazy that this man did a reading on her a month or two before she passed, and he constantly is talking about them trying to unalive her, you dying. I've seen people get readings all the time, and they're not always talking about dying. They be like, get your finances together, do this, do that. This man talked about dying about 5 or 6 times in her reading.
and they could track you possibility. But Angie Stone is a versatile artist, is what I'm hearing. She's very versatile. She's very gifted with her singing. I don't know that much music about her, but I'm hearing like she's very talented and she's ghost written for people. People have taken things from her. People stole music from her, and she's all her just due. Like she's never got the money she deserved and things of that nature. Sometimes you could be materialistic and not looking at the full approach of money. Um, Yeah, it's like you need more money, but it's a Capricorn energy around you that I'm so sorry. My mom is loud, you guys. It's a Capricorn energy around you guys. It's a Capricorn energy around you. Like this Capricorn male, like he could be sneaky. This could be one of the guys that are trying to silence you. So be very careful about.
He keeps saying they're trying to silence her. They're trying to silence her. So that's a key point here as well. And she has been silent. Well, not literally silenced, because her legal team can still go forward with that lawsuit.
So you need this crystal. You need a green emerald crystal because you do have to do a lot of healing also. But it's good luck that comes across after you get this cleanse and you can really fight. But you need to get more into your spirituality, more into your African spirituality, connecting to ancestors. But there's some people that have stolen some music from her she could talk about. But you meant to own your music ship. I don't see you getting full justice, but these people you can talk about and their eyes will get open. You can get a lot of views on this. And the thing is that they can make you look crazy. And the thing is, be very stern in what you say. And they're gonna come after your family a lot too. They can come after your family, target your daughter. I don't know what it is, but I see a daughter that they can target, Angie. So you gotta be careful. I do see things of her husband. If she married, they may have had an open marriage at one point. I don't really like to get into people's relationships that much, but I do see that they could come after her husband, but like bring up her husband past. She is spiritually growing though. This was a
Y'all hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. This is so crazy. This man pretty much predicted that they was trying to unalive her.
spiritual awakening. She needs some more spiritual growth though. Karma. So it's some karma to this guy. This guy's gonna get his karma what he did to you in the past. But the thing is, the vessel jumped to it's so dark with these people. It's like they jump to other vessels. It's creepy. It's very almost like put me in the mindset of Lovecraft. It's like it is so dark what they're doing, and it's very hard to fight.
You guys, let's get the likes up. But listen to what he's saying. This woman comes out and tells us that they're stealing money. She's gonna get a lawsuit. She's gonna go after them, and then this happens. And he talks about how they can unalive you or put a hex on you by a car accident, and that's what she died in. This is crazy.
But you have to be of a God soul and you have to have the Christ consciousness and protecting yourself because the thing is they can try to program you with mind control. I will do a video about that. I do see something of a victim of mind control that you have witnessed. I don't think that you are in it. I don't think that you're programmed, but I do think you've seen some things in that you could talk about. I think you've seen some men sleep together also you could talk about. It's a lot you could talk about with Clive Davis. It's somebody at a recent.
And it's interesting he keeps saying Clive Davis because, as we know, Clive Davis is what, 90 some odd years old? And artists, all of his, well, not all of his artists, so many of his artists have died at a premature age. None of them seem to, a lot of them don't even make it to 60. So it's something weird with Clive Davis and his artists. He has had so many artists unalive, like they die mysteriously. That's something he's known for.
Is it Arista? Arista? It's something
Arista.
Arista. I mean,
Arista.
I don't know, you guys. I'm not really know her music that much. I don't know who Arista is.
Arista.
And it's things of old R&B singers of stories you've heard that you could talk about. It's really almost giving you can write a book, but if you do write a book, write it under another name. And this could be like number one bestseller. Like you could really do good, but you really need to also move out of a different city. It's like the area you in. You need to go somewhere more private, more secluded, and they're going to try to track your cars. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful of them.
Do you guys hear what he said? They're going to try to track your car. She died in a car accident. Like, of all the things that he could have said they're going to try to go to the restaurant. This man said they're going to track your car. And it was her car that she ended up being unalived in. This is crazy. Y'all get the likes up. Please get the likes up.
You get it from pharmaceuticals because they could kill you that way also, Angie. But you need to get this hex removed, Angie Stone.
So he said, I'm gonna go back to when he said about the car part because
Even
that was
self love
crazy to
issues
me.
also. You gotta work like the surface level, but the behind the thing is she saw this girl suck dick for like a regular see that. And she also could talk about how they tried to kill you if you own your music. It's like it's much more she could talk about. But the thing is, the owing the money that she's owed to, it's like they're all connected to who. It's like it's some guy that sampled her music recently. It's a guy. I don't know who this guy is, but you owe some money, Angie, in this. But this guy's connected to Clive Davis in some manner. And so that's the way they're trying to silence you also. So Clive is involved in this, but I do see two people involved, black men. I do see them trying to put an entity out on you. The thing is that they can put entities out into the surface. So think of the energy being hit to you. You're in a car crash. I know this is crazy. You're in a car crash.
He says it. You're in a car crash. You're in a car crash. How did she? How did she pass in a car crash? You guys, that was crazy to me. Please get the likes up. But yeah, I just wanted to play that because that's one of the videos that they talked about in terms of, you know, apparently they're saying there were multiple spiritualists that had talked about the fact that, you know, that there was a hex or she was in a spiritual warfare. Angie, her video, she came out herself and said she was in a spiritual warfare. So that's kind of creepy. But now also we're going to listen to shout out to the Paperwork Party. You guys, please go check out their channel. I love their channel. They always giving some good insight. Paperwork Party he actually did a couple videos where he was trying to find out like how she died, what hospital she went to. Please get the likes up. Please hit the like button. But he found out some stuff about the driver. Now, when we just listened to the guy talk about the hex that was on her and how that they would try to take her out, you know, in a car accident or something, listen to the fact that the person driving her car probably should not have even been her driver. So let's listen to this video. And this is the guy who was the driver, you guys.
Lethal Carter was the driver of the 2001 Sprinter that killed Angie Stone.
Fair use, you guys. Fair use. Please hit that like button.
His arrest record, as you can see, is a very vicious rap sheet. 85 and 75 speeding, parole violation 2002, forgery first degree felony 2001, sentence pled guilty, forgery first degree felony 2001, $62,000, driving while license suspended 2000.
You guys, this is the driver of the van that Angie Stone died in. This is his driving record. So remember, he had an accident before they were hit by that big semi truck. Please get the likes up. Please hit the like button.
While license suspended Again, 2001 forgery, second degree, transferred to state, forgery, second degree. Simple battery, 2000. Investigative charges was closed. Possession of tools for committing a crime in 1998, possession of cocaine in 1997, credit card theft.
Now, allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly because this is Paperwork Party. They always get good intel. Please hit the like button. He is saying that this is the driver's driving record. This man should not have been driving a damn big wheel.
1994, theft by deception. 1993, let me see, forgery, first degree. 1992, forgery, first degree. 1992, theft of service. 1991, forgery, first degree. Credit case without case. 1990, burglary. 1991, converted. Let me see. So, gang, as you can see, this is the rap sheet of the driver. The driver of the Sprinter has never been driving. This guy has more felonies than the person that should be driving. Also, he has a lot of suspensions on his driver's license, which means they took his driver's license on certain occasions.
Who got this driver for her? That's another thing we need to find out. Who got the driver? Because that's very weird. This person's record is horrible. It sounds like he caused the first accident before they were hit by the semi truck. Let's get the likes up, you guys.
He should have never been driving. I wonder if Angie Stone knew this guy's rap sheet before she let him get behind the wheel of a car. And that just goes to show, was he involved with the setup since he was driving the car?
So we're going to go back and listen to the driver.
Lee Carter was the driver of the 2001 Sprinter that killed Angie Stone. His arrest record, as you can see, is a very vicious rap sheet. 85 and 75 speeding, parole violation 2002, forgery first degree.
Y'all, we don't even know if this man was drunk or high the day that he was driving. Let's listen to his record again.
Felony 2001, sentence pled guilty, forgery first degree, felony 2001, $62,000, driving while license suspended.
Wow.
2000, driving while license suspended.
Man.
Again, 2001, forgery second degree, transferred to state, forgery second degree. Simple battery, 2000, investigative charges was closed. Possession of tools for committing a crime in 1998, possession of cocaine in 1997, credit card theft in 1994, theft by deception, 1993, let me see, forgery first degree, 1992.
Based on his record, if this is true, y'all, these are allegations again. Shout out to the Paperwork Party and fair use. This man could have been paid to do something crazy. We don't know. We really just don't know. Michael says, sounds like he's a big, okay, who you telling exactly? Like, we don't know if he was drunk or high the day he was driving. And I understand he was an older gentleman. Like, all of this is not making sense. Michael, did you just hear the video that I played where a spiritualist predicted that Angie Stone was going to be unalived in a car accident? If you didn't, you got to rewind that because that was crazy.
Forgery first degree, 1992, theft of service, 1991, forgery first degree, credit case without case, 1990, burglary, 1991, converted. Let me see. So, gang, as you can see, this is the rap sheet of the driver. The driver of the Sprinter has never been driving. This guy has more felonies.
That's crazy.
Than the person that should be driving. Also, he has a lot of suspensions on his driver's license, which means they took his driver's license on certain occasions. Yeah, he should have never been driving. I wonder if Angie Stone knew this guy's rap sheet before she let him get behind the wheel of a car. And that just goes to show, was he involved with the setup? Since he was driving the car and he wasn't supposed to be driving, was he driving because he was about to set her up? Was he involved in the setup? Did he have to be the driver in order to set up Angie Stone? We still digging into it, gang. It's the paperwork party. Get the lights up.
Oh wow, I didn't even see this one. Okay, that's coming up. Yeah, so Paperwork Party did that, and that's crazy. Some more news on Angie Stone. They're reporting that Beyonce, I know a lot of people don't like Beyonce, but at least Beyonce did a tribute to her and did a shout out. It says Beyonce is tipping her cap to Angie Stone after the 63-year-old R&B icon's sudden death over the weekend. Shortly after her family announced that she died in a car crash Saturday, a black and white photo of Stone went up on Beyonce's website along with a personal tribute. Thank you for your voice, your strength, and your artistry. So I think that was sweet. Y'all, let's get the likes up. Please get the likes up. So we're going to talk about, there's another video. This guy, he does really deep and in-depth deep dives into the Hollywood industry and how they unalive people. And this channel is Truth Is. Shout out to Truth Is. Please go follow that channel. But let's listen to, I'm not going to play the part where she goes over, from her Instagram, because I think everybody has seen that. But let's listen to what he talks about. This is interesting too.
Scream his name. When they brought me to us, when they told me I was. I'll tell them on my live, please. Okay. Give me your phone. I'm sorry.
As you heard for yourself, she clearly calls out the label, tells the world to share this, tells the world to, to help her get this message out there because this label.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I was saying. Y'all hit the like button. Please get the likes up. She was basically giving us, trying to protect herself, telling us, hey, this is what they're doing to me. I'm putting it out there publicly. I feel like it was almost her saying, if something happens to me, y'all, I'm putting it out in the universe. That's how I'm taking it. I feel like she knew.
Taking advantage of her. And then a few days later, she passes away. You can't tell me that's not suspicious.
Exactly. Imagine if she would have taken them to court. This is not just a year of her money, 2 years of her money. This is all the money that she has accumulated in her time of being an artist that she hasn't received. That's loads of money that the record label was taking from her that they would potentially have to give to her if she won the case. If they could just remove her and not even have to deal with that, they would just continue to take her money and have her removed out of the picture completely.
Realistically, if you think about it, they're going to make more money now. Because if they're the ones that have ownership of her rights and she passed away, her streams are going to shoot through the roof. People are going to...
They always say that. I don't know, it was Michael Jackson or Prince who said artists are worth more dead than alive. And especially if they have an insurance policy on you and if they have the rights to all of your masters.
To her music, to remember her putting the record label in the spotlight, calling them out for what they did to her. This is something that so many artists have done. And this is something that we've already seen. This is an outcome that we continue to see. For example, not that long ago, Aaron Carter had a similar fate. He was on social media calling out his record label, claiming that they were robbing him, that they had taken money from him. He said that they owed them millions of dollars.
That I've had to do in order to protect myself from being the silence breaker for my brother was, and now they're after my life. My whole family is after my life, and they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million, and they don't want to pay me, and it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me. And Brad Paisley, who sued Sony Records for $10 million. They owe me money, and they're trying to pay me off.
And then a few days later, he passes away mysteriously in his home. This is the same type of death that we've seen with so many celebrities.
Y'all, let's get the likes up. That is crazy. So this is the same thing that happened to him. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. It's nothing new. It's the same blueprint.
And you can't tell me that it's not suspicious. Some people might call it a coincidence, but I don't believe in coincidences. For Angie Stone, I understand a car accident might have not been in their control, but I know you guys have heard of the situation of Michael Hastings and how he was taken out. He was exposing the head of the CIA at the time, and he had released documents about him. And out of nowhere, he was traveling in his car, and his car just went full speed into a tree. Witnesses that were at the scene said it almost looked like his car had lost control. And a lot of people to this day believe that his car was hacked into and he was made to crash. So this situation with Angie Stone might be a similar scenario. There could be a possibility that her vehicle was hacked. All of these vehicles have computers in them, and these computers could be hacked, and they can make the car accelerate.
That's a good point, because I've even heard somebody, well, yeah, I don't believe the thing about the Sprinter, but it could be like somebody hacked into the car and did something to it. But if you look at the driver's history, that man should not have been driving, period. That man should not have been driving. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Please hit the like button.
Can make the car brake. They can make the cars do whatever they want. And I'm not saying this is exactly what happened, but I will say that it is very suspicious, to say the least. Just imagine a few days before she was calling out the label, and then she passes away.
Yeah, I think by now it's obvious that these record labels and these bigger companies are just super money hungry, and they don't even care about their artists, like we were speaking about with the whole entire Kodak Black situation. And this is kind of like the whole Tory Lanez situation. I know he's not dead, but he was trying to leave his record label, become independent. They were not trying to let him go, and we all see what happened to him, and we all see where he is. He's been sitting in prison now for several years.
Exactly. Tory Lanez is a perfect example. Like you said,
Y'all, it's crazy. I mean, they will do anything. Either they're going to unalive you, they're going to put you in, just like Diddy. I mean, I think Diddy did a lot of the things that, he's accused of, but they're going to find a way to get you put in jail or prison. They are going to get their money, period. Or, hurt somebody in your family. It's crazy. I mean, it's so many cases. We cannot act like this is normal, like something bad didn't happen. But y'all get the likes up, please. Please get the likes up.
he's not dead, but they locked him up. They gave him 10 years. What Tory Lanez did, Tory Lanez went independent and refused to sign to any other label. And when he did that, I feel like they put a target on his back, specifically with Roc Nation, who was rumored to have reached out to him and offered him a deal with the whole time that he was messing around with Megan Thee Stallion. But Tory Lanez refused because Tory Lanez wanted to be independent. He felt that he was going to make so much more money, which is true. He was going to make so much more money, and he had a lot of clout at the moment. He was popular after.
Now, let me just call out something, just like that video we saw where that guy said spiritual warfare. Tory Lanez, that video that they just showed, Tory Lanez is in the boxing ring, boxing with the devil. Like, you can't, things that you put in the universe, they come back to you. Just like Angie Stone was talking about demons. Like, these people, either they know or it's like they're prophesying their own demise. I'm just saying.
The live streams that he was hosting during the pandemic, he was definitely going to make a lot of money independently, and he was going to set an example for other artists. Other artists would look at Tory Lanez like, oh, he's independent, he's making more money, he's free, he doesn't have to do whatever the label says, he's not under their control. And that would have been a massive problem for the record labels. So what they did, they completely took him out. While he's still alive, he's locked up. He's gonna be in prison for 10 years. And when he gets out of there, there's a high chance that his music career would be over. And since the record labels are no longer gonna be supporting him, you know what's gonna happen. His career is done. Once the record labels aren't behind you and they start working against you, they blackball you. You start losing fans. The fans don't see you. He can't get marketing support. It's gonna be a problem for him to have a successful career now. And that's exactly what they want. They don't want successful artists independently. They want to be able to do what they were doing to Angie Stone. They had Angie Stone under this terrible contract, is what I'm assuming, because like she said, she wasn't getting any of her royalties, and they were taking all that money that she earned. And this is what the labels like to do, because this is how they stay rich and keep the artists poor. Most people believe that rappers and...
Now, you guys know Drake just sued UMG, and he won allegedly. So they're not really disclosing the settlement. They had a settlement. Well, iHeart, he had a settlement, but we don't know what's going to happen to him either. Like, it might seem like a small victory right now, but who knows? His people are saying his career is going to be sabotaged. We just have to wait and see. Hopefully nothing bad happens to him, but I mean, he has even said that he's had to increase security at his home and all of this stuff after he started going after the label. I did videos on that. Y'all, let's get the likes up. Please hit the like button.
Are rich But that's not the case. These artists are spending record label money most of the time. The record label gives them an advance, and that's the money they pretend to be rich with. If they manage to get a hit song, the record label gets all that money because they have to recoup the money that they lend the artist. And the way that they do this is extremely shady. They have the system rigged where the record label takes a large percentage of the money that comes in before it's applied to the amount of money that the artist owes. So for example, if an artist gets $1 million deal and the record label gives them $1 million advance, the artist now owes the record label $1 million. The moment the artist gets a nice hit song and the hit song makes $1 million, before that $1 million is applied to their debt, the record label is going to take their 60 to 80% cut, and then the rest is applied to the debt. So the artist has to come up with several hit songs to be able to get out of that deal. Something that often doesn't happen because most of the times artists only get that one hit song, and that hit song is usually owned by the record label. As we can see, when artists start to figure it out that they've been robbed, that they've been bamboozled, they start to call out the label. The label doesn't like this, and every time that this happens, we see an artist pay the consequences.
Exactly. And like I said in the beginning, this is super sad.
Y'all, let's get the likes up. Please hit that like button. Yeah, they do this to everybody. A lot of people think that artists are really rich. There's such a small percentage of artists that make it big, like a Beyonce and Jay-Z. I mean, they might have millions, but in comparison to the money that they make for the record labels, it's peanuts.
And my heart goes out to her family, and I really hope that they get to the bottom of this and they continue to fight for their mom's royalties and figure out what had happened and what went wrong with her contract, because she and they deserve some type of justice, especially now that she's not even here to fight for herself anymore.
Hopefully that happens, but realistically, the way these record labels work, I don't see it happening, honestly. These labels have the system rigged, and I believe they have everything rigged. When these artists get taken out, they have people that most likely make it all go away. They have people that,
You guys, can we please get the likes up? Please get the likes up. So yeah, I think that Angie Stone, she knew something was happening. And if you look at her on that post, her Instagram post, she says, I know who you are. She called that person out. So that person knew that if she continued to pursue this, they were either going to get sued or some criminal charges coming after them. So yeah, I do believe they took her out.
change evidence or have the media run specific type of stories where they can discredit the artist or whatnot. And that's what I believe is going to happen now, because unfortunately, if you think about it, all of these celebrities that face this consequence, they eventually get forgotten, and the system continues to operate the same way. While I can't say that she was 100% taken out, I can honestly say that this seems to continue to happen to so many artists, and it's been happening for so long. People think that it also happened to Prince. It was
Let's get the likes up, y'all. Hit that like button.
Documented that Prince was having trouble with his labels, and they were robbing him, and then Prince passes away. This is the same technique, and then we're told we're given this nonsense story that we all have to buy and we all have to agree to, because if anybody decides to call it out, you're a conspiracy theorist, you're crazy. You have to believe what the media tells you, and that's nonsense, because we can see the pattern. Those of us that have our eyes open, we notice what's happening. There's a possibility that this was just a horrible accident, but why did it happen right after she called out the label? It just doesn't make sense to me. It seems too...
And for those of you that were following Angie Stone, it wasn't that this last video she did. She had done other videos as well calling out Diddy. She talked about P. Diddy. So it's like, you know, she had started this last year, she had started doing more on her YouTube channel. She had started doing more on her Instagram. So it's really weird that once she starts coming out with these stories, her Hollywood stories, all of a sudden she's silenced. Y'all, let's get those likes up. Smash the like button, please.
Vicious, and I know how the music industry works. I've been exposing it for 4 years. I know for a fact that they remove artists when they don't want them around anymore. Now, one thing that I did see that was rather suspicious to me is that it seems that her son was a Saturn worshiper, like many of these occultists in the industry. Yesterday, the same day his mom passed away, he posted this on Instagram.
Now, that's another thing that's crazy about this, you guys. Another reason why we know that this is some kind of a weird spiritual warfare. Angie passed. I don't do the numerology and all of that stuff, but she passed the day after her son's birthday. His birthday was February 28th. She died on March 1st. And so now he's going to give us some information about how her son being a Saturnist or something. I don't know anything about that, but to me, that's all crazy. Please hit the like button, you guys.
Instagram referring to Saturn, and the post said 28 years for Saturn to cycle around the sun, 28 G's to make a whole thing. Saturn year. Super focused right now. Got some big surprises for y'all very soon. Me and my team been working very hard to bring something meaningful and special to the ones who have been down with this long. But tonight we gonna celebrate. Meet me at the club. He posted this the same day his mom passed away, and if you can see, he referred to Saturn. He was referring to the Saturn's return. This is actually a ritual
That actually was posted a day before she passed, but it close enough.
that many occultists do in the industry. If you saw my video breaking down the Saturn code in Hollywood, you would know that people like Ariana Grande and many other celebrities did this Saturn return ritual. It's a year of reflection and growth for them, and they see it as a moment of rebirth. The fact that he posted this the same day his mom passed away, seeing this post to me indicates that he's definitely in the occult world, because this is something that all these occultists are doing. That stands out to me, and it clearly indicates that there has to be some foul play going on. I don't want to blame her son and say he had anything to do with it, but seeing that post, it lets
Now I'm gonna stop right there. I'm not blaming her son for anything. I do believe in spiritual warfare. I do believe that people can set you up, but I by no means agree with the fact that her children did it. Some stuff I'm just not gonna buy into. I'm sorry. No. Let's get the likes up. Hit the like button, you guys.
that he's a part of the same club as everyone else in Hollywood. It lets me know that he's most likely into the occult. He wouldn't be posting this if he wasn't.
It definitely sticks out because if I'm not mistaken, didn't his mom pass away early in the morning around 4 a.m.?
The news reported that the accident did happen early in the morning, around 4 to 5, if I'm not mistaken.
So you're telling me
Yeah, it did say that the accident was like 4 a.m. ish, but still I'm not gonna say, and I'm not gonna buy into the fact that her kids had anything to do with it. I'm just not. Please get the likes up, y'all. Let's hit the like button.
mother just passed away, instead of mourning his mom and maybe not posting something like this on his Instagram, decides to make this type of post.
No, he made his post because I went back and looked at everything when because I wanted to see what was going on with him. He made his post prior. He made his post on his birthday. She died the following morning, very early on March 1st. So he didn't post that on the same date that she died. No.
That makes sense to me because anybody with the right sense of mind would probably stay off of social media for a while at that.
To me, this whole situation is strange. While it could have just been an accident and a tragedy, it could also have been the industry silencing another artist that was speaking out against them. It could be another instance of the industry taking out a voice that was bringing up concern about them. And this is exactly why I exposed the music industry, because the devil owns it. It's not that beautiful place that all these fans think that it is, and all these artists that are coming up want to be a part of. This is what the industry is. If they're not robbing you, they're taking you out because you called them out for robbing you. This is what
Princess 5,500. Yeah, thank you for joining the chat. It's something very strange because she had just started coming public with her own personal stories about them stealing money from her. She also says, and Princess, please hit that like button for me. Can you please? She had also said that she said she knew who it was. She knew who it was. So to me, that's very suspicious. It's very strange. And Princess, I don't know if you heard my earlier in the video, somebody did a reading on her and he said that she was hexed, and he said that he mentioned her possibly being in a car accident. So if you're just joining, I'll just go and play that before I exit it, just for the people that are just joining, because I want y'all to hear this because it's crazy.
the industry's about. And if we don't call it out and show them that we're paying attention, it's going to keep on happening. So many of these people are going to be taken advantage of from the beginning to the end. They're going to
Thank you, Princess. Thank you.
sign these deals. They're going to get robbed. And after getting robbed, when they feel robbed and they call them out, they're going to get silenced. That's not a coincidence. I remember years ago I spoke about the Empire curse, where all these artists were signing to Empire and then they mysteriously passed away, and Empire stays with the rights of all these artists' music. I don't think that the record label just signed a bunch of artists and they all just so happened to pass away. Obviously, there has to be more to that. There has to be more to that. And when you look into it, you can see the clear signs that there was definitely more to that. In this situation, I believe that there has to be more to it. It's the same thing with the Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman passed away along with his wife and one of his dogs. Right now, they have no information to tell us how he passed away. And like I said in the last video, I do understand that he's a 95-year-old man. But what are the chances of a 95-year-old man, his 65-year-old wife, and the family dog passing away without no explanation?
Y'all get the likes up. That's exactly what I said when I did a video about that the day that it happened. And they were saying no foul play is suspected. And I said, how do you have, there's a husband and a wife end up unalived in the house together and the dog, and y'all don't think that's not foul play, and their front door was open? And then the next thing I thought was maybe carbon monoxide, but clearly something happened. They just think we're stupid.
That the wife took herself out because he ended up passing away. That makes zero sense whatsoever. The moment she would have saw him on the ground, she would have most likely called 911. And then the emergency people would have came. If she would have done anything to herself, it wasn't going to be right at that moment. She would have been trying to save her husband. That's why I don't buy any of that. And I know it wasn't carbon monoxide like people are claiming, because the police, the authorities themselves said that it wasn't. I remember a while back.
Yeah, they've already come out and said it wasn't carbon monoxide.
Another actor was calling out the star whackers. He was saying that in Hollywood, there's these star whackers that they come after you to rob your money or for other reasons.
For the past 20 years, my wife Evie and I have been the victims of criminal activities perpetrated by a small network of individuals who are out to destroy us personally, professionally, and financially. This network of individuals is manipulating the banking system and the criminal justice system for the purposes of sabotaging our credit and our credibility. Up until a year ago, Evie and I had never had any run-in with the law whatsoever. We are not criminals, nor are we fugitives from justice, nor are we crazy. We are simply artists and filmmakers who are being racketeered on. We believe there are to be a malignant tumor of star whackers in Hollywood. How many people do you know personally who have died suddenly and mysteriously in the past 5 years?
Wow, so he's out in the industry. It's something going on there.
I've personally known 8 actors, all of whom I have worked with and was close to. Heath Ledger, Chris Penn, David Carradine among them. I believe these actors were whacked, and I believe that many others, such as Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, and Mel Gibson, are being played to get out their money. In the meantime, many of celebrities' image and marketability is being co-opted and destroyed. Google helps out by keeping the negative stories near the top of a celebrity's webpage because it's the negativity that brings in the advertising revenue.
And that's exactly what I believe happened to Gene Hackman. And that's also what it seems to have happened to Angie Stone.
I definitely agree, 100%. You would have to be out of your mind not to see the pattern that has happened time over time. It seems just about every year, if not every other year, we're seeing the same incidents, whether it's with an artist, whether it's with a celebrity. The minute that they start to open their mouth and say something that these people do not like, they find a way to silence them.
Exactly, and my condolences go to Angie Stone, to Gene Hackman, to all the celebrities that just so happen to pass away this month. I truly feel sorry for them and their family. I hope that they were right with God. My prayers go out to all of them, and hopefully we get to the bottom of this. Hopefully there's more information. I know with the Angie Stone is basically a wrap. They're gonna just say it was an accident, because it was, but was there anything behind that accident? Was something done to her, you know? That's my concern. That's what I want to know. But I'm gonna end this one here. Before I go though, I want to let you guys know, as of right now, my Facebook page has been hacked.
Okay, you guys, so that channel is Truth Is, so fair use. But let me go back to this for those of you that are just joining. This is weird to me, where this person who did a reading on Angie Stone before she died, he said that there was a spiritual attack on her, that she had a hex on her, and that they were going to try to unalive her, and he mentions a car accident. So let's take a listen, you guys.
And someone can hit you. Wow, black man. I do see them trying to put an entity out on you. The thing is that they can put entities out into the surface. So think of the energy being hit to you. You're in a car crash. I know this is crazy. You're in a car crash and someone can hit you and don't know what. That's the entity that they can put in.
You hear what he said? You're in a car crash. You're in a car crash. He says it 2 times. This is weird to me because this is an Angie Stone reading before she died. Y'all, let's get
So
the
you need a
likes
black
up.
tourmaline crystal on you at all times, is what I see. But you need to get that cleanse. But you need to continue to do cleanses. That's why I always suggest to people who get candle service done from me. But you also need to do a lot of prayer. So I'm just like, want to keep that.
Hey, Eric E., welcome to the chat. Please hit that like for me, please. Eric, so we are listening to a reading that was given to Angie Stone before she died. This person pretty much predicted that they were trying to unalive her, and he mentions a car accident. So it's really weird. So I'm going to rewind just a little bit just so you can hear in case you didn't hear it. Let me go back just a little bit. It's really weird.
But you owe some money, Angie, in this. But this guy's connected to Clive Davis in some manner. And so that's the way they're trying to silence you also. So Clive is involved in it.
So he says that Clive Davis is involved. And you guys know Clive Davis has had a history of artists that have died prematurely. I don't know. I mean, look, Whitney Houston, Phyllis Hyman, Janis Joplin. It's so many. I can't name them all. But he talks about it. Listen.
But I do see two people involved, black men. I do see them trying to put an entity out on you. The thing is that they can put entities out into the surface. So think of the energy being hit to you. You're in a car crash. I know this is crazy. You're in a car crash and someone can hit you and don't know what. That's the entity that they can put into you. So you need a black tourmaline crystal on you at all times, is what I see. But you need to get that cleanse. But you need to continue to do cleanses. That's why I always suggest people who get candle service done from me. But you also need to do a lot of prayer. So I'm just like, you want to keep that Bible open. Connecting your.
So he had tried to warn Angie. He had told her that she needed to get a cleanse. And he was offering, he said, you know, he reached out to her children. He said, come to me, let me get this off of you. And he said that there was two black men involved. Well, we find out that the person driving the van was a black man. I don't know, for those of you that are just joining, we find out that this man should not have even been driving. I'll probably pay his the video again of where we see his driving record. Eric E says always wants people's royalties publishing so they can continue to exactly. And Eric, the thing about it was she had said on her I know everybody has seen that last post that she did on her Instagram. She says, I know who you are. So, and she had got a legal team together. So listen, if this person stole millions, that means that they could have a civil suit as well as a criminal suit. That's the thing. She had a forensic investigation done because she had filed bankruptcy. And she was like, why can't I retire now?
Yourself doing a wipe down to the Virgin Mary would be very good. See, it's like you've been shut. You've seen some dark shit in parties, order. And some female singers that have talked to you about their stories. It's like you could write a book. It's a lot she can do, but you need to, I can see you doing your interviews, but you got to get your health back together. So it's some natural medicine. You can't even trust the hospital because they can find records, is what I'm hearing, and tracking system of where you at, and they can poison you in that way. So you have to be careful what doctor office you go to. So you really need to go find some holistic medicine. Be careful where you go out to eat. If you go out to eat to a certain place, they can find that out and try to kill you that way, Andrew. So you got to be very.
See, he talks about the fact that they can try to unalive her. He keeps saying that. I've seen a lot of readings, celebrity readings, and they don't be talking about, oh, you're going to be unalived or you're going to be killed. Like, this is crazy.
Of where you go all together. And then they could track you possibility. But Angie Stone is a versatile artist, is what I'm hearing. She's very versatile. She's very gifted with her singing. I don't know that much music about her.
And another thing, you guys, that's crazy. Please get the likes up. Please hit the like button. Is the fact that this man didn't even really know. He sounds like he may be younger. Just like looking at his picture, it sounds like he wasn't that familiar of her as an artist. So the fact that he's making these predictions is crazy.
Like, she's very talented and she's ghost ridden for people. People have taken things from her. People stole music from her, and she's all her just due. Like, she's never got the money she deserved and things of that nature. Sometimes you could be materialistic and not looking at the full approach of money. Yeah, it's like you need more money, but it's a Capricorn energy around you that I'm so sorry. My mom is loud, you guys. It's a Capricorn energy around you guys. It's
So basically, he talks about the fact that that she needs a cleaning. But let's look at the guy. Let me go back. The guy who was the driver. Like we're finding out his.
Is
Listen
a
to this.
very
Let me.
vicious rap sheet.
The person who was driving the van should not have been driving. Shout out to Paperwork Party, fair use.
Lethal Carter was the driver of the 2001 Sprinter that killed Angie Stone. His arrest record, as you can see, is a very vicious rap sheet. 85 and 75 speeding, parole violation 2002, forgery first degree felony 2001, sentence pled guilty, forgery first degree felony 2001, $62,000, driving while license suspended, 2000, driving while license suspended, again 2001, forgery second degree, transferred to state, forgery second degree, simple battery 2000, investigative charges was closed, possession of tools for committing a crime in 1998, possession of cocaine in 1997, credit card theft in 1994, theft by deception 1993, let me see, forgery first degree 1992, forgery first degree 1992, theft of service 1991, forgery first degree, credit case without case 1990, burglary 1991, converted. Let me see. So, gang, as you can see, this is the rap sheet of the driver. The driver of the Sprinter should never been driving. This guy has more felonies than the person that should be driving. Also, he has a lot of suspensions on his driver's license, which means they took his driver's license on certain occasions. Yeah, he should have never been driving. I wonder if Angie Stone knew this guy's rap sheet before she let him get behind the wheel of a car. And that just goes to show, was he involved with the setup? Since he was driving the car and he wasn't supposed to be driving, was he driving because he was about to set her up? Was he involved in the setup? Did he have to be the driver in order to set up Angie Stone? We still digging into it, gang. It's the paper. Jared S. Wilkinson is the driver of the 18-wheeler that supposedly killed Angie Stone. Jared S. Wilkinson was in the Army, or is he still in the Army? One thing that we can't explain is how did a military guy that was well decorated in the Army become a local truck driver? We believe that Jared S. Wilkinson was put in place to finish the job. A lot of things was happening on that freeway that night. We had a suspended licensed driver that was actually driving the Sprinter around carrying Angie Stone. Then we have the 18-wheeler that ran over Angie Stone after the fact. This guy came to finish the job. What was Jared S. Wilkinson doing in Alabama in a 2021 Cascadia Freightliner? What was he carrying? Where was he going? Where was he coming from? Why was he there at 4 a.m. in the morning to take the life of Angie Stone? We believe that this hit came from the highest level. We know that Lethal Carter is in Freemasonry and he's connected to the Illuminati. And we also know that the killer is from the military and now he's driving trucks. All right, gang, get the likes up. We still digging into it. This is the killer of Angie Stone. Let's go.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to the chat. Hey, Lulu. Happy Tuesday to you too. Thank you for joining. My co-host is here. So Lulu, I'm gonna rewind it back because you're just joining. So I want you to hear this, girl. This is crazy. There was a reading done for Angie Stone. And you guys please go follow Lulu at Lulu's World. Okay, she got a new okay, I gotta look it up, y'all. I'm still on the old I'm on her old YouTube channel, but I'll shout it out in just a second. But Lulu, this guy predicted that they were targeting Angie Stone, and he said that there was a hex on her. He talked about the fact that they were trying to unalive her. He mentions Clive Davis, and he mentions a car accident, girl. So let me play this because I want you to. This is crazy.
But that's like the surface
This is a reading he did a month before she died.
level, but the behind the thing is she saw this girl suck dick for like a regular, excuse my language, but she also could talk about this man trying to rape her and seeing him rape multiple women and men, because I do see that. And she also could talk about how they tried to kill you if you own your music. It's like it's much more she could talk about, but the thing is the on the money that she's owed to, it's like they're all connected to who. It's like it's some guy that sampled her music recently. It's a guy. I don't know who this guy is, but you owe some money, Angie, in this. But this guy's connected to Clive Davis in some
Y'all, let's get the likes up. Please hit the like button.
manner. And so that's the way they're trying to silence you also. So Clive is involved in this, but I do see two people involved, black men. I do see them trying to put an entity out on you. The thing is that they can put entities out into the surface. So
Eric, that is so true. I mean, I didn't realize how many people. It's actually hundreds of white entertainers as well.
think of the energy being hit to you. You're in a car crash. I know this.
Did y'all hear that? Oh, let me rewind it just a little bit.
The thing is that they can put entities out into the surface. So think of the energy being hit to you. You're in a car crash. I know this is crazy. You're in a car crash and someone can hit you and don't know what. That's the entity that they can put into you. So you need a black tourmaline crystal on you at all times, is what I see. But you need to get that cleansed. But you need to continue to do cleanses. That's why I always suggest people who.
So did y'all hear that? He mentioned a car crash. He said that they have entities where you can be in a car crash. That's crazy. And he told her that she needed to wear some kind of a crystal. So to me, that was a prediction. And she had been talking about it. She knew something was coming, when she mentioned that person and she says, I know who you are. We coming after you. I feel like they was like, no, you're not coming after us. We gonna, y'all, this is just crazy. But anyway, I'm going to end it there. This stuff is just spooky to me. And it sounds like she was aware of it because she kept talking about demons and everything, but it's just really sad. But y'all go out and have a beautiful Tuesday. I will see you on the next video. My plan today was to talk about Jay-Z suing his accuser in Busby, but then all of this stuff started coming out with people saying that there had been predictions that Angie Stone was going to be unalive. Lulu says some people are just yeah, absolutely. I believe it. I totally believe it. They said that there were other like spiritualists that had predicted something about her before her death, and the fact that he said like Biggie said, more money, more problems. Absolutely. And just like I mentioned Tupac before, I feel like Tupac had a premonition, like when he did that video, I Ain't Mad at You, and he put himself in heaven and he was talking about he was going to see all the greats. Well, Angie Stone, if you go to her Instagram page, she did like a tribute to one of her friends that had died like in January. And she was like, until I see you again. And just 2 months later, there it is. So it's like sometimes you have a knowing. I don't know what it is, but I do believe that initially I was on the fence. I was like, well, accidents happen. But once you start looking at all of the events leading up to it and you start looking at the things that she had been saying, let me turn it up. Yeah. And once you start looking at all the things that she had been saying, it's like she may have known something. And now that we see the people have predicted, even to the point where he mentions a car accident, That's crazy. That's crazy. But anyway, y'all, life is not a one size fits all. Do you, boo? Do you? And I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.